Alright, what's going on everybody? It's Tristan, and today in this video what I got going on for you guys is I'm going to be showing you guys how you'll be able to copy these boys right here, the Nike Dunk High SB Mallard, or the Turdunkens, however, whatever you want to call them. You know, there's been two names for them, the one that's on sneakers and then obviously the one that I think's, you know, just kind of more known, which I also put in the title. So I'm going to be showing you guys kind of how you'll be able to cop them. I am making this video a little late, but I will be going over mainly how you can get it off sneakers, most importantly, and kind of some raffles that may be coming up, but there isn't really too many out, but we'll get into everything. So I hope you guys will enjoy. If you want more content like this, just go ahead, subscribe, and drop a like down below. Of course, I'm trying to post every day, so I'd really appreciate it. You know, we're working hard here, so I was trying to maybe like 200 likes this video, you know, that'd be cool. Just kind of a good goal. We usually go for that, so nothing different, nothing out of the, you know, usual or nothing there. But yeah, you know, that's really everything I gotta say. This drop is definitely desired. It probably will be harder to get, but I got you all, so I hope you guys will enjoy this video. Go join the Discord down below if you haven't. If you haven't joined my Discord down below, just go verifying the rules once you join. It's a good community. You can learn how to bot, talk to people, whatever. It's really dope. So people have learned stuff, so let's go. And also the usual shout out my boys at Coldest Water. You check them out at the top of the description. You know, stay hydrated. They made me a custom bottle. I've said it a few times, but yeah, stay hydrated, boys, every video. All right, so as you guys can see, I'm here right now with the screen recording, and if you guys want to go give me a follow on my Instagram, if you aren't tuned in already, go give me a follow on the gram. I'd really appreciate it. But aside from all that, let's get into some of the basic details about this shoe right here. So this Dunk High is inspired by the Mallard Duck. If you guys did not know, shout out the designer from Concepts. As you know, this is a collaboration with Concepts, and the other one, the Turdunken pair. I mean, they both are the Turdunken pair or the Mallard Dunk pair, but or Mallard Duck pair. But as you can really see, it's kind of got like that pattern inside. And the designer from Concepts, basically, the whole idea of it is he designed this, and he was inspired by it, basically like the duck. You can see they call it the Duck High, and yeah, you know, it's really cool. I really like how he did this, and I think it's a nice design. Like, I think a lot of people are gonna like this one. You can see one's kind of got the green swoosh, and then on the outside, it's like on the inside of each sneaker, it's got the green swoosh like this, and then on the outside, it's got the blue one right here. So hopefully I'm not stuttering too much when I say that or being too confusing, but you can kind of see in the pictures down here, you can kind of see it's got like the green on the inside right here, and then the blue on the outside one right here. It's got some other pictures that'll probably show up, but yeah, you kind of see that whole concept. It's really nice. Like, this is going to be, if you get this shoe, it is definitely an incredible hold. You should definitely hold this one. If you don't hold it, I think that is a loss. I think that's a major loss. If you need the money though, it's going to be going for a good amount of money. We'll discuss resale in a second, and you'll make a lot of money off this one if you get it. But the retail on it is $120, and it is dropping on November 21st at 10 a.m. Eastern time right here on Sneakers. You could get it on your computer or phone. We'll kind of get into discussing how to use multiple devices in a second too, but really with that, this one is going to be a lot of profit. So I guess we'll kind of just get into the resale. After I admire one more thing about it, you can just kind of see, like, do you see this? Like, this whole design right here? Like, I really like how this brown kind of fits. I mean, some people are gonna think the shoe looks completely wacky, and I agree. I could not rock this personally. I just couldn't. There's no way. I mean, maybe I could. I could probably pull off a fit with this, but really, I just like the orange, like this kind of orange colorway right here, or whatever, like, you know, whatever you want to call it. I think it's a little bit like a lighter orange. I really like it, and I rock with that for sure. But aside from that, let's get into the resale on this one right now, since this one doesn't really have a lot of sales yet, but I can tell you that it's going to be going for a lot of money. So the other pair that dropped with the special box dropped on Concepts today at 10 a.m. And those ones are going for like thousands of dollars. They got bids for thousands of dollars. I could look at it. Yeah, you can see like they got ones for $720 here, but that's pretty low, I'm pretty sure. But like, look at how much some of these are going for, man. Like, look, $1,000 bids, $949, $1,500 just for the ones with the special box. So kind of seeing that, these normal ones right here, you see when you see those ones going for thousands of dollars, obviously I think the market will drop a little bit, and these ones don't have the special box. It's retailing cheaper, you know, and it'll probably be a bit different, but I mean, it is the exact same. I mean, I don't know why I'm saying it's going to be a bit different, because it really isn't, but I personally think market will probably be, you know, 500, 700 once a few more pairs, you know, come in, and then really I'm thinking it'll probably drop on resale. I think it'll probably be to like 325, 375 when it drops. It could be more easily, but I'm thinking 325, 375 will be what it's going for, kind of seeing what most dunks and stuff are kind of going for right now. out, kind of around 200 for most kind of dunk highs, and maybe like 250 for some more ones that are kind of looking a little better, but they will all go up over time. As I say, all dunk highs and dunks are great holds right now, so you could easily make the like $200, probably $300 on this one right now. But if you hold it, I mean, you could make like so much more in my opinion. So we'll make a video, you know, on some good holds, and we'll discuss this one definitely in the future, so just stay tuned for that. But aside from resale and all that, you know, it is a dope shoe to some. I think it is fairly interesting. But aside from that, let's kind of get in to how you guys would be able to cop this one off Sneakers, kind of using multiple accounts, multiple devices, since that sometimes is difficult for most people, but I'll try and explain it as best I can, because having multiple devices can give you more chances to cop on Sneakers. So we'll break it down. So with copping on Sneakers, each device, and what a device is, I mean, you all know what a device is. A device is your computer, your phone, your brother's phone, your sister's phone, your mom's phone, you know, all those are devices. So basically, download Sneakers on as many devices as you can. But if you're just on a computer, then you just would basically pull up, you could just type in Sneakers on Google, and then it would like say Nike Sneakers, and you would just click that, and you can make an account there. Because once you've downloaded Sneakers on all those devices, like those phones, and also on, you know, you pulled it up on your computer, you make an account on all of them, and for each account, once you download and make an account for each one, you have to, on the information, and we'll discuss like making the information right now for each account, because that's important. You have to make different information for each account. So don't make the information quite yet, but make sure you have the app downloaded. So when you have it downloaded, the first thing you want to do, and this isn't super important, someone told me this one really doesn't matter, and this one again is just kind of like a tip. It doesn't matter really as much, but the alter name, make sure when you're making each account's an alter name, a different phone number, and a different email address. You have to have a different phone number and different email address. It will require that anyways for each Sneakers account, but the altered name for each account, that one doesn't really matter. You don't have to put a different name for each account. Someone told me that it's just kind of, you know, like it could help maybe a bit. I personally thought, you know, with chances, you know, because they probably would get a little suspicious if they saw they were shipping a bunch of packages to the same name, but then they brought up the fact you have to think about how many people have the same name. So really, we're thinking about that. The altered name one doesn't really matter too much, but you have to have a different email and phone number for each account. So that's the first step. Make sure you have that kind of going down. That's super, super important. And also, when you're making each Sneakers account, I do not want to forget this step, because people usually ask me about this, and I really want to go over this one first, because this is like super, super important. So for each account that you make, each device that you have, each device that really has an account on it, right? So if you only have 2 devices, then that's fine, but you're going to need proxies. What proxies are, and you could use a VPN too, because a VPN would probably work on like a computer, so you could use a VPN on a computer and then like proxies for a phone, but I'd really get proxies for both, because proxies work way better for Sneakers. But what proxies are, and I'd really recommend these guys, Sauce Proxies. Shout out these guys, they're really fast, and a lot of people be getting a ton of stuff. Look, like 81 checkouts. This dude spent 40K using Sauce Proxies, so you know people be using these and having success. But proxies basically protect your IP from being tracked by Sneakers, because Sneakers, this, you know, the website, and when you have it on your phone, they track your IP at the same time on both devices, and if they notice there's a bunch of devices going for the same drop at the same time, they'll let some devices go through, or they will ban some of your accounts, and you'll never hit another drop again, or you'll never get like a got him or like didn't get him a page again. Like if you stop getting didn't get him pages, then that's kind of like, you know, suspicious. So that's just like my first piece of advice there. So you need to have the proxies to protect your IP, and I really recommend these guys as Sauce Proxies. I actually have them personally, and I used them to get the ACGs that dropped the other day. I wasn't able to hit, you know, Sneakers is kind of random, so you can't really determine how you can hit all the time on Sneakers, but you really can just use it so you're able to use more devices to go for more accounts. So basically, when I got the proxies, I was able to now use my computer and phone, so it's allowed me to use more devices to give me more chances. And one piece of advice too is when you're going for these drops, make sure you go for the same size on all of the devices that you're going for the drop on, because you need to go for the same size on every drop, because if you don't go for the same size, it doesn't really matter, but going for the same size on each one increases your chances if you think about it, because that's more chances going for that size than instead of like spreading each one out, you know, and then going for different sizes in each one. So I always try and go for the same size in each one, but usually I just kind of like don't focus on that. If you think proxies are like hard to set up on a phone or something, I mean, they're really not. Like look here, Like it's super easy. I mean, you just do it in your Wi-Fi, how you do it on a computer, like just on like the network for a Mac. It's really easy to set them up. So yeah, shout out Sauce Proxies. Make sure you guys have that. Another thing that people ask me about is payment method, because you need to have a different payment method to a degree for each account also, unless you have a credit card. If you have a credit card, then a credit card works on up to 3 accounts, but make sure you have a different payment method on some accounts, because if you have a credit card and you're running on like 5 accounts, then you need to still have 2 different payment methods for 2 of those accounts, because you can't use a credit card for a bunch of accounts. Really, it's just usually you can only use it as on up to 3. That's just what I've heard. But if your family members got cards and they got different you know, like debit cards or whatever, then you can use those for the accounts, and then you're straight and you don't have to really use this method I'm about to discuss. But if you're kind of by yourself, you don't have to use like you don't have other cards or something and you need to make cards online, you can actually make VCCs. This one's best for UK, it's Revolut, and they both allow you to make virtual credit cards online that you can use for sneakers and like different online transactions, and they're really good. So privacy.com, these guys are best for the US. So if you're in the US, you can use these guys, and they basically connect your account, and you can make, you know, look, you can like make your like cards, like right here, kind of, you can see it's like talking about making a card right here. So you can make your own cards, and this is also how Revolut works, and this one's really best for the UK. You can use it for sneakers also. But if you really only need to make like one more card or one more debit card, or like here's 2 different ones that you can make. So Cash App has their own debit card right here, so you can make a Cash App debit card, so you can do that, or you can make one on Venmo. They both again have their own debit MasterCards. Or not debit MasterCard, but MasterCard debit. Yeah, MasterCard debit cards. I don't know why I was tripping about the name. I even have a MasterCard, so I don't know how I forgot that. But aside from that, yeah, these are 2 different debit cards that you could make. So there's different payment methods that you could also have. And another thing that you have to do, I cannot forget this is a very important step when making your sneakers accounts, is when you're making the address for every account, you cannot forget this. When you're typing in the address, you have to alter the address on each account, because you can't ship a bunch of, you know, if you end up hitting on multiple accounts, you can't ship a bunch of the same sneaker to the same address, because sneakers limits 1 pair per person, you know, if you do win. So how you would do this and how you would alter the address so you could get multiple pairs off sneakers, you would have to basically do the room 1 trick. And what the room 1 trick is, I always explain it, is basically when you're typing in your address, so type in your address on the first account, and then after the address you would just type room 1, and then the second account type your address, and then after it type room 2, and then third account type your address, and then after it room 3, and then that's just all you would do. And this basically, you just would do it so on and so forth for each account. Just type room 4, room 5, room 6 just after the address, and it basically just allows you to jig your address so you're able to actually you know, get multiple pairs shipped if you do end up hitting multiple drops. So don't forget to do that. And that's really all the most important things you have to do. I could not forget those things: the payment methods, rigging the address, doing all that, so you could get multiple pairs if you do happen to win there. So shout out to Sauce Proxies, and I also want to give a shout out to Secret Sauce, because these guys can help you cop drops. If you actually are not able to be there for a drop, these guys can actually run slots for you and actually get releases for you that are harder to get, and they really can help your resale game. Like, look, they've helped me get a lot of more sneaker investments recently. Like, you guys see this, like, look, we've been doing really good ever since we've been associated with Secret Sauce, so shout out them. But how these guys could really help you out, and they are a $60 monthly fee, but it's 100% worth it. I can tell you that it's 100% worth it. And what they do, and they do provide like insider info, one-on-one help and all that. So, you know, if you need some help on wanting to learn how to buy or stuff like that, obviously be nice when you approach them. These guys spend a lot of time helping people out, but they provide so many different things that can really you can just even learn about, like so many random resale things. Even like you can make money on so many different things in this Discord. It's really crazy. But really the most important thing is the slots that you want to talk about on how these guys can actually get releases for you. So if you got into the Discord, what you'd want to do is maybe wait a couple of days before a certain release you want to get, you know. So like if this release you want, you'd be like, you know, maybe wait like 3 days before, 4 days before it, you know, be like, yo, you guys running, and you wouldn't say slots in Discord because slots is a banned word in Discord, but what you would do is just say, yo, you guys running tickets, or you guys running a form for the, and then you just say whatever drop it is that you're going for. So, you know, then they'd say yeah or not, and if they are running slots for that, they do it for Supreme every week too. They're always running slots for that. So if, you know, these guys could really help you out. They helped cop the Ariel deck for me. I'm going to be doing an unboxing for that, but they got that for me with their slots the other day, so shout out them, you know. And they don't do any extra charge, nothing. The slots are free for members, so it's really, really dope. I love what these guys are doing, and they can help you out so much. So shout out Secret Sauce, and that's kind of really how they do it. And yeah, a lot of people just be having so much success. Like, I could really scroll through this and show you. Like, see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, random cooks, people be getting the mint coins, you know. Like, silver's doing really well and gold's doing really well right now, so they can help you out so much. And yeah, again, shout out Secret Sauce and, you know, Proxies and all that. And I wish I'd made this video earlier, as I said, again, because you know, I wish I could have told you all how to cop the special edition ones, because these ones are going for thousands. And I definitely could have made a breakdown video since so many people manually had success. So I'm a little mad at myself that I didn't get to it earlier. But yes, there is some raffles that are going on. Here's just a couple places where they are. There isn't really many, so you can just kind of look at this, take a screenshot. But really, just stay tuned on rafflesneakers.com and just, you know, go over under the Mallard Turdunken, and it'll definitely just say something about the dunk, and you know, it'll probably update it with more raffles in a couple days, but I don't really expect many at all. So yeah, I'm really gonna end the screen recording because that's really everything I gotta say. This is kind of all the places for now, aside from, you know, the concept drop that happened today and the sneaker shop where you could actually cop, and how you could get the Turdunken Dunk High, or the Mallard Dunk High, whatever you want to call it, the Duck High, you know, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, that's really everything I gotta say. So I'm T, and let's roll that outro. Anyways, if you guys want more content like this, again, I'm always doing kind of breakdowns on how you guys can cop off sneakers on videos like this. So be sure you guys go ahead, subscribe below, and also drop a like. I really appreciate that. Let's try to go again for like 200 likes on this video. I'm gonna keep grinding the videos out, posting more content that you guys can enjoy. We'll be doing live cops and all that kind of stuff that you guys have been requesting. And yeah, you know, I'll definitely be getting to all the content there and everything soon. So go ahead and follow my Instagrams down below if you are already tuned in there. Then go tune in there. You know, we be posting stuff. Eventually, I'm active on my story though, on my personal account. I still be posting my stories sometimes, so you guys can go, you know, stay tuned on the story posts, I guess, you know. Shoot me a DM, whatever. I reply to some. It's hard for me to really get to all of them, I promise you. It's not like too overwhelming, but I just, you know, you know, I'm not on social media a lot. I'm really not. So that's all I gotta say. So I'm T, thank y'all for watching, and make sure you're tuned in on the Discord down below too. That's somewhere where I am actually kind of often, so maybe I'm on Discord often, but you guys could definitely shoot me a DM there or whatever. But make sure you verify rules so you could chat there. But yeah, that's everything I gotta say now. So I'm T, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Peace.